I'm Rika from My Creative Quilts, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm not going to show you any tips or tricks or anything about actual quilting, but I'm going to unbox a new toy that I bought, and we're going to see if it's going to be any fun to use. When you're doing appliques, if you want to mark onto fabrics, or even if you want to mark onto other papers, it can be hard to see through and to draw your lines. So what I often do is I use a window. I'll put a piece of I'll tape the design on the window and then put my fabric or other paper on top of it and trace, but that doesn't work at night. I have a kitchen table that's glass, and what I can do is I can bring a lamp, put it underneath the table, and trace on the glass, but again, that's not very convenient. So somebody gave me a gift certificate for Missouri Star Quilting Company, and I was looking through to see what I want to get. I don't buy from them very often because they're in the US, and US Canadian exchange rate can be pretty hefty sometimes. But with this gift certificate, I decided to have a little bit of fun. I had been eyeing those tables that you can get that have light underneath, and then you can just put your fabric or paper on top of it, and it's a light board or some. There are some very expensive ones that are really nice that I would like to have, and then there are some less expensive ones. So I found a less expensive one, so I'm going to take it out and I'm going to see how it works, and let's see if it was worth using my gift certificate for. The box is a little banged up. I hope it's a new product. Sometimes some stores and companies will recycle their products and send out ones that had been returned. I don't really appreciate that very much, but I understand why they do it. But anyway, let's see what it looks like. Okay, so here's the box. It's called the Caterpillar Glow. Try saying that fast 5 times in a row. And I just opened the top part, but I haven't looked inside yet. I don't know what I'm going to find when I take it out. So here we go. So there's my thing. Is there anything hidden inside? Sometimes, yes, there is. There's something way at the bottom in there. There we go. Just the plug. Okay, so we have this, which I guess is the cover. Yeah. And then it's well wrapped. I'll just take all this fun stuff off. And we'll just move that aside there. And my instructions and some more wrapping. I'm guessing that's a protective coat because it's very bumpy and wobbly. I remember I bought something once. It was for my long arm, actually. It was the ruler table, and it looked really scratched up and banged, and I wasn't happy about it. And I contacted the company that I bought it from, and they said, "Oh, that's just the covering to keep it safe and scratch free." The problem was, I looked everywhere. I thought it might be a covering, and I tried lifting it everywhere. I couldn't find anything to lift it, so I assumed that was the table, but sure enough, it was the covering. So I suggested maybe if they attach the covering, the protective covering so well, perhaps they should mention that in the instructions, because I went crazy trying to take that thing off. But anyway, this one's coming off easier. I'm just going to rip it off there, put it in the trash. It's pretty thin. I thought it would be thicker. That's okay. I don't want thick. So there's the table. And this is the cutting mat. It's a self-healing cutting mat. So let's take it out of the plastic. I can figure out how. See, this one isn't wrapped too badly. It's not, I really hate it when I have to fight to get something out of a package or box. It's just very frustrating. There we go. Woo. Smell the plastic. All right, so this is the cutting mat. And here we have the plug, part of a plug. Okay, so, and it has a twist tie around it. Okay, get that off. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay, so the instructions say, "Congratulations on buying it, blah, 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 blah. Put it on a dry, flat surface." That's what I've got. To power it on, plug the adapter into the base and into a power outlet. Press the power button. So let's hook this up. And this will go where? Does that look like? Nope, that's not it, is it? I don't see anywhere else it can go. That's gotta be it. but it won't go in. It's too small. Oh, there we go. I was just impatient. Patience is not my strong point, which is why my friends are really surprised that I do well with quilting, because you have to be patient with quilting. I'm not a patient person. All right, I'm just disappearing here so I can plug this in. There we go. Now, there's the on button. Whoa, look at that. And then I could actually put the cutting, and it sticks well, it doesn't move. That is so cool. So, to use the Caterpillar Glow, okay, I did that. Always place your cutting mat, blah, blah, blah. So I'm always supposed to leave this on. What's this? I don't know what this is. Oh, it's something I ordered separately. It doesn't belong to it was in the box. I ordered these cutters separately. Trying to figure out why they belong there. Oh, that's why the box was open. Okay, now I get it. Okay, so this is my new applique table. Okay, so I moved the camera here so you can have a better look. It has three different light settings. And so let's say I wanted to trace something. Let's give this a shot. I'm just going to put the letter M on this paper. Put it there. Can I see through it? Sort of. Maybe I can see it better this way. It pops through. Yeah, it does. It works. You just need to have a thick line. You need to have a thick enough line. So that's what you do. You have your pattern underneath. You have the pattern that you want to trace onto your fabric or onto another piece of paper. You decide what kind of brightness you want, and then you can just copy it on what you're working on. So was it worth it? I'm not sure. I haven't used it yet. It's not big. It doesn't take up a lot of space, so I'll tuck it away and I'll pull it out when I need to use it. I do like toys. I am a little bit of a toy fanatic. I like getting things, phones, tablets, anything that'll make my work or my play a little bit easier. Most of the time I don't use the things after I buy them. I try them, which is a little unfortunate, but I'll either give them away to somebody else who will use it or appreciate it, or sometimes I sell it or barter. But I think this will be a good thing. It's something that I have been eyeing for a while, but we'll see. And next video, I'll be back to either offering you tips and tricks, or I'll be showing you a new project. But I just thought I would do something different this time. So that's it for now. Talk to you next time.